second type of people who are going to be affected by the economy, those who don't have fixed debt, those who have variable debt. So those with variable debt, as the interest increases, they're going to panic because all of a sudden they were making payments $1,700 a month, now $2,100. Oh my God, that $400, where did I bring it from? And now it's the new year, I have to pay the property tax, I have to pay this, I want out. So how do you reach these people? You can buy lists of people that are in default. These you can just Google buying distressed real estate list, and you will see people that are in the wholesale business, and you'll see lists of people that you can buy lists for people who are having code enforcement violations, property tax delinquent. In pre-foreclosure, they missed a payment or two. It starts appearing on their record, on their credit, and then these list people buy them. People in probate, somebody died, the estate is messed up, and there's just too many inheritors fighting, etc. And once you get these lists, you can send it out there and ask people, if you're interested in selling, please call me. Now, I'm going to tell you from people that do wholesaling, the numbers are, you send like maybe 1,000 cards, 50 people will call you, 10 will be interested, and maybe 2 will go further into a conversation where you're sending an offer and they're replying, etc. So it's a big grind. That's why most people in wholesale, they tell you, oh, I'm just doing this for a few years so I can get out eventually, because wholesaling is hard. But you can find people with variable debt where the payments went up now that the economy is changing, and you can see if you can get the property under contract so you can assign it. Who do you assign it to? You assign it to people that are cash buyers. Again, the cash buyers, you can buy the list of cash buyers in your market. You can advertise. You got a property that's an incredible deal, below market. If you're interested, need cash buyer, call me. You can put these on Craigslist. You can put them all over the place. People will call you. All you need is making a bit of a list, a small list. Once you have a property under contract, you can even advertise that property have interest in this property, got it under contract, interested in a partner or somebody that will be interested to take it from me. If not, I will do the transaction myself, something like this. And when somebody calls you, you can say, oh my goodness, I'm receiving so many calls. So they don't tell you, how long is the contract for? Oh, you got only 30 more days, and they try to steal it from you. So assign the property, that's called wholesaling. I find great opportunities in notes. We have 2 new fund managers that are rolling out, Brian and Tiffany. Tiffany, I've known Tiffany for, my gosh, like maybe over 15 years. And she finally rolled out her fund, and she's very good with discount notes and non-performing notes. And their focus is going to be in the real estate fund, like 1/3 of their focus on the money they raise when they have a very good database of investors is to find notes that are in default. These are mortgage notes or people, let's say seller financing. Somebody sold the property, financed it, and the people defaulted. So they want to just sell the note at a discount and get out. They don't want to go foreclose on them. They don't want to go through the process. There are some lenders that package these and say, hey, we'll give you 5 of these or 3, or buy one at a time, whatever. So knowing how to do the notes business is very interesting. I've looked into it several times. I'm just so busy with so many developments and all this that I'm waiting for the market to really hit the disaster zone. It should hit by May or June. Remember, I've been saying this. I have videos 7-8 months ago where I said 2023 is going to be the problem. So anybody want to challenge me, I'll play the videos for you. Actually, Ashley was sending me the clips. Oh my God, look when you said 2023 first quarter is going to be crazy. Anyway, so I'm waiting, but the notes should be by, I'd say, April next year. Very interesting to find them, buy them at pennies on the dollar, or lock them in under contract for pennies on the dollar, and then assign them to those who are note buyers. They pay a little bit more, so it's a backdoor to foreclosure, or maybe they buy them and they modify them. They call the owner of the property and they say, let me work with you. And it's a very bad situation. We're talking about taking advantage of these situations. And I try to always put myself in both sides of the coin. It's like, you see somebody having a car accident and you can think, oh my God, I feel bad for the guy. But you also say, thank God it's not me, So you're just trying to now work with this person. And the more you solve that problem, more empathetic, and know how to present your case to them, the more you can get them to work with you, especially when you're modifying these notes, go from non-performing to performing. I have a tenant, by the way, I had a tenant, a small tenant, a restaurant. The guy owes me just $24,000. I called him. Of course, before you make a call like this, you get very stressed because you're like, oh my gosh, I can find a guy for 2 phone calls. And I called him, and his first reply to me was, Cherif, I promise you're not gonna have a problem with me. I said, okay, that's good to hear. Then he said, but I don't have the money to pay you. I said, okay, then explain so we can work it out. And he said, I'm willing to leave the restaurant space and I have somebody that may take over. If you can help me sell the liquor license to him, you will get the money. And if you allow me to make payments to you for this period of time, I will make it whole and everything will be good. So he had the problem, he presented the solution. I felt for the guy, he had some issues. So I said, okay, let's work it out, but I want some collateral. I want it cross-collateralized by something. And the thing is, he's got another lease with equipment, so we're gonna put it against that. So when you work with people that have this second category, not the fixed debt that want out, and you can work a good deal for both, variable debt, what somebody's gonna lose some, but they want to give it to you because you're good, you're fair, you're gonna make it less of a loss for them. Understand that it could happen with discounted notes or non-performing notes or notes that have been modified that you can take. That gives you a lot of power. If they don't comply, you already have the collateral, assess the value of that asset, you can foreclose and take it or modify it again, etc. But you can only go so far with these modifications. You need to then get tough. You can do wholesale, find them, work a deal with them, assign them. There is always buyers, especially for single family homes, or especially for commercial properties that can perform well, that are vacant, but they're good locations, good traffic. You can get something going with that. And that arbitrage of either price or terms can make you make a lot of money in markets like this. So, and you give them the opportunity to come in and they give you some money that's non-refundable. From the other side, which is Garrett's side, saying, how can I take advantage of this? You can go in and structure it, but don't go too high. Because what hurts people in business and in real estate is their lack of knowledge. And lack of knowledge makes people scared. So they become catatonic. You know, they can't make a decision, they can't take action. So when you present and explain and educate what's in it for them, and also tell them what's in it for you, once they see it's a win-win, they will move forward. So you can do that. You can do it with, you just have to have the ability to understand the business, what you're looking at, and dealing with people. So people and numbers.